Time now 9:06. We want to go ahead and check in on the kitchen. Matt, last time Chef JJ was here, I told him I have to try the homemade mac and cheese, and guess what he's making today?
And he delivered. Yeah. Yeah, we got
So
JJ Nelson here from the Barnyard Buffet, and he is working on it now. You can see he was hard at work as we segmented over here to the cooking segment. And before we get going, I want to say I met JJ a couple of years ago after Irma when the tornado ripped through. It hit his restaurant there at the Barnyard Buffet, and you were inside, right?
Yeah, I was standing in the building just working, counting something in the back, and it was a direct hit.
Yeah.
Right on our building, and I could hear all these huge groaning, crashing noises, and it turned out that was my truck getting smashed by a dumpster.
And how long did it take you to get opened back up?
We popped back up the next day, actually. We came up with some emergency, like, refrigeration units, but yeah.
Next day, so they had a tornado hit them. They were right back open the next day there at Barnyard Buffet. So they do a great job not only of doing the cooking, but taking care of everything here for folks. So right now we got the JJ's cooking up some homemade mac and cheese, nothing out of a box here. So tell me what you're doing.
Correct, yes sir. Well, first I'm going to slice up 2 sticks of unsalted butter real quick, just so they're smaller pieces that are a little more melty, easier to melt. And we're going to throw in 1.5 pounds of this 4-cheese Fiesta blends. Shredded cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want, but this one's super melty and flavorful.
All right, and so you've already got the noodles cooked, and you've got the cheese ready to go, the butter ready to go. So tell us a little about Barnyard Buffet and how you guys work down there.
Yes, sir. Well, my mom started it 16 years ago. We're an all-you-can-eat buffet, family-owned, and we do good home-style soul food. But,
and they have a big spread there. When you walk in there off in Saraland, there's a large spread, and there's always a great lunch crowd there. I know you got a lot of locals that come around and some regulars that keep you busy at lunchtime, right?
Yes, sir. We got friends we see every day.
All right, so keep going with what you're doing here now. It looks like you're getting it all mixed together.
Yes, sir.
All right, so he's getting the noodles, we got the butter, we got the cheese, all the ingredients mixing together. What's going to come next here with this, with the mac and cheese here?
Yeah, so after I melt all this butter and cheese up, I'm going to let it set for 10 minutes. You just want to set a 10-minute timer and walk away.
Oh, that must be a trick. I don't think a lot of folks would know that.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of folks might just dump it in the pan and get it going in the oven, right?
Right. You can't be hasty. You got to take your time with it, put the love in it, but keep stirring until it gets kind of webby like this. That's all that cheese melting until the butter disappears. But yeah, later we're going to add some flour and some milk and some other spices to give it some flavor and make like a homemade Roux cheese sauce. It's going to be great.
All right, so there's some extra steps to this. So he's kind of, JJ's showing us how he takes some extra steps to add a little extra here to his homemade mac and cheese. Of course, this is Barnyard Buffet. They're in Saraland. Coming up in a little bit, we'll have JJ continue with his recipe and also give you more details on their lunch specials and their buffet and how you guys cook it up there at the Barnyard Buffet. Chelsea?
Welcome back to Studio 10 on this Tuesday morning. We are live with JJ Nelson. He's with Barnyard Buffet in Saraland. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me
so
again.
He's been on the show once before. You made meatloaf last time. Is that correct?
Right. You'll have great memories.
I know. Okay, well, last time he was here too, I said, do you make homemade mac and cheese? And he said, yes, I do. And I said, please bring me some. And today he walked in with macaroni noodles, and I just knew you were going to make it.
As promised.
Oh, so good. So for folks who are just now tuning into the show, tell us what you've been doing so far.
Alrighty, so I started off, I put a couple of sticks of unsalted butter just sliced up in my mixing bowl with 1.5 pounds of shredded cheese. And then I boiled my noodles in some really salty water and poured them over the cheese and butter as soon as they came out so I could melt everything, mix it up real good, and now I've been letting it set for about 10 minutes.
So is that the key, is letting it set together? Or, I mean, you said you like to do that. I've never done that, and maybe that's what I'm missing.
I don't know. That's honestly how I was taught, kind of a trick I picked up. It might just be an old wives' tale, but I think
It's got some magic in it.
It works.
It's got some magic in it, whatever it is. Just let it sit for 10 minutes. I promise it'll be 10 times better. So what are we doing now?
Right, so now we're gonna make a roux. So we need to add flour and milk to make a roux. We're also gonna add our spices, which for flavor, I got 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. And then the secret ingredient in any good mac and cheese is 3/4 teaspoon, of ground white pepper. And now we need to add 4 cups of whole milk.
4 cups of whole milk. Now you
Yes,
bake your mac after all of this is mixed up and good to go. Do you add it in the oven for a little bit?
Yes, ma'am, exactly.
Okay, so we will remember that and keep that in mind. But if you haven't been to Barnyard Buffet, really, really popular. We were talking earlier on Good Day Gulf Coast, and Eric was like, you guys are always so busy. And I think that just goes to show how good your food truly is. If you have time to stop in Saraland, it's definitely somewhere to go. We wanted to mention some of your specials that you have going on right now.
Yeah. It's got to be good somehow, huh?
Yeah.
We've got fried chicken, baked chicken, fried fish, pot roast every day. And then we do specials of like fried pork chops, meatloaf, barbecue ribs. We have whole catfish fried every night after 4 o'clock. And then Sunday, we have a whole special Sunday menu that's kind of like a Thanksgiving, Southern Thanksgiving meal, I'd say.
Ooh, that sounds really, really nice. But also breakfast on the weekends, is that correct?
Correct. You
See?
remember.
I do. I remember
You're hired.
something sometimes. All right. I've got 2 jobs now. So breakfast on the weekends. When can folks enjoy breakfast if they're looking forward to like a big kind of buffet style, wanting to do something like that this weekend? What time do you guys open?
Saturday and Sunday from 8 to 10:30, and it's totally worth getting up early.
Yeah. All right. Well, something to remember. He's going to go ahead and spray this pan. If someone wants to come see you guys for lunch or dinner tonight, what are your hours for today?
We're open during the week from 11 to 8:30.
Okay, 11 to 8:30. So we're gonna put all of this ooey gooey mac and cheese, and that's exactly how it should be. Is just like that. We're gonna pop this in the oven. How long do you let yours bake for?
I knew you'd be excited.
I'm so
It's
pumped.
30 minutes at 350 degrees. With
Okay.
Lots of cheese on top, like.
Of course, you have to have the bubbly cheese on top too. So JJ's going to finish this. Remember, go ahead and visit Barnyard Buffet this week or today if you can. Their food is really, really good, especially if you're in the mood for that Southern soul food as well. So we're going to do this and work on this, and I'll have to eat a bowl or 2 after we're done with today. Welcome back to Studio 10 on this Tuesday morning. We've got JJ Nelson with us here with Barnyard Buffet. If you're just now tuning in, you have missed a treat because he's been working on some homemade mac and cheese all morning long.
That's right, by request from Miss Chelsea.
This looks so delicious. Now, this is definitely like a gooey, creamy mac and cheese. You were telling me, though, you like to use the Fiesta cheese.
Oh yeah, it's a little meltier.
Yeah?
You could see earlier when I was mixing the noodles how stringy it was. Right?
Smells so good,
Right?
you guys. It smells amazing. So I'm about to take a bite out of this. It looks really, really good. Now, is this the recipe you guys use for in-house, or do y'all do something slightly different at Barnyard?
Yes, ma'am, that's generally how I make it.
Yeah.
You might catch a different cook on a different day.
Sure. And we want to talk about some of the things you've got every single day at Barnyard Buffet, including your famous fried chicken too.
Right, you got the fried chicken, fried fish, baked chicken, and pot roast, and then we have lots of mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, greens. What'd you think?
So good, y'all. This is just, 4th of July, you usually eat a lot, but sometimes you need a bowl of mac and cheese on the 5th of July. Too.
I know I'm a day late.
So sometimes you
Next
need
year.
this. No, this is definitely what you need. So delicious and easy too. I think homemade mac and cheese, for me at least, is one of those recipes that's a little bit intimidating sometimes. And so JJ definitely helped me out here. So I have a recipe to use at home. You guys are located in Saraland.
Yes, ma'am. We're in Saraland on Highway 43, over between Goodwill and Hardee's.
Yeah, and we do have to take a second to thank Pepsi too.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you very much to Buffalo Rock for inviting me here.
So good. Thank you to Buffalo Rock for bringing him here and bringing the mac and cheese because it's delicious. So we're going to have everything you need to know. Of course, you can go see them. You guys are open today.
Yes, ma'am. We're open 7 days a week from 11 to 8:30, and then we do breakfast on the weekends from 8 to 10:30. And you get to take this whole thing home.
I'm not mad at it. I am not mad at it. So this will be dinner, lunch today, dinner tonight, and maybe breakfast tomorrow. So we've got all the meals covered with JJ's mac and cheese. Thank you so much for coming back on. He made meatloaf last time he was here. If you want to see that recipe, you can go to our website, fox10tv.com, and everything is right there if you want to try that out. But definitely try out Barnyard Buffet if you can, because they have a whole array of amazing different Southern soul foods for you to try. We're going to see you next time, okay?
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'll see you
All right.
soon.